Super weather.
Good Friday morning. I'm meteorologist Brooke Martell in for Sheena Parveen. Warm end to the week. We're looking at 70s and 80s at the coast for today, some 90s over the valleys and mountains, and just hot over the desert region. We have that extreme heat warning in effect, and it will feel humid and muggy today, especially if you're spending time over the coastline and the valleys. We'll take a closer look at some of those dew points for the weekend ahead. Not much is going to change. We're staying on the warmer side for us here locally in San Diego. But let's take a closer look at that First Alert 7 Doppler. That radar sweeping across the county, really not picking up much. Satellite imagery, though, we can see that cloud cover off the coastline. Some of those clouds inching its way closer to the coast and over some of the valleys, even the mountain communities coming from the east as we get into this afternoon. So we'll time that out in just a moment. But if you are heading to the beach, you can see for Mission Beach specifically, temperatures there from the upper 70s to about the low 80s. We start to see some of that cloud cover influence as we head into this afternoon, like I just mentioned. Rip current risk is going to be low for today, and wave heights from about 1 to 4 feet, but still just be careful and mindful if you're heading to the coast, you're going there to cool down. And here's a look at Escondido. So you can see going into this morning, we're right around those low 70s. We jump pretty quickly to those low 80s though by about 9 o'clock. It's going to feel a little bit warmer though. Keep in mind, like I said, those humid conditions, the humidity is starting to pick up as we head into the afternoon. Otherwise, we're looking at some low 90s for Escondido by the afternoon hours. And then heading into this evening, if you're going to be out and about, right around 7 o'clock, still have those low 80s. And then we're talking some 70s heading into those overnight hours. But your daytime highs look like this. So we're right around those mid 70s to the low 80s up and down the coast. You can see where it's a little bit warmer. Places like La Jolla could reach 80 degrees, 82 for downtown. And then once we get into those valleys, it's a range. It's upper 80s to the upper 90s. Places like La Mesa trending close to 90 degrees. But as you head further inland for areas like Ramona, we're closer to triple digits there. We'll have a very similar range over the mountain communities, low to upper 90s, and then right around 110 over Borrego Springs. So here's a look at the afternoon dew points. Like I've mentioned before, once we start to see these numbers hovering around the mid 60s, that's when we can say, yeah, it feels a little bit muggy out there. So this is showing that going into your afternoon for the coast, as well as those valleys. And then places like Ramona, Alpine, not too far behind. Once we get into those mountain communities, actually, and then the desert region, we're sub 60 degrees, but still could have the humidity be an influence there as well. Extreme heat warning in place here for the desert region. And this is going to mean that we're going to have those temperatures really right around 110 and up. So it's going to feel very hot, dangerously hot. Those conditions that we've really been dealing with a lot this summer. It is a summer month, but again, we've seen that warning a few times. As we get into this evening, you can see with your future weather pattern, a little bit of patchy cloud cover along the coastline. And then going into your Saturday, we are going to see a similar pattern to what we have going on this morning. 10-day forecast looks like this for you. We're going to gradually warm up as we head into next week, just by a couple of degrees. Not much of a difference, but I will say, looking ahead to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, especially for those valleys, we start to see more areas that could trend closer to those mid to upper 90s versus what we're seeing today from those upper 80s to the upper 90s. So just keep that in mind. The warming continues, and then for those mountain communities, we still have that influence from monsoonal moisture over the desert region as well. So we could get some of those afternoon thunderstorms. Otherwise, take a look at those temperatures. Again, for the deserts, we're going to be right around 110 through next week. Like I said, could be a little bit warmer than that, getting closer to about 115. Have a great day.
Don't forget your umbrella.